I am Paul McLeod's mother. That's my grandson, Elvis McLeod.
And you were born on Elvis's birthday. And your son and your grandson are spending their lives keeping Elvis's memory alive.
That's right.
That's not a coincidence, is it?
No, that's their heart's desire. That's right. That's what they live for, day by day.
Okay, now this is a photo of your son, Elvis.
Yeah. I took the picture right after I had explained to him about Elvis dying, and he couldn't take him to the last concert that I was going to give in Memphis Coliseum over in Memphis, Tennessee. And when he finally caught on and everything and understood, he just started crying in this picture here when I took it.
And have you ever seen Elvis perform live?
Oh, yes, yes. My son took me to see him, and it is just absolutely beautiful. To see him come in on that stage, it just brought a holy hush all over the whole complete millions of people. And to me, he just looked like a heaven-sent, I don't just know how to describe it, but he's a prince. He brought joy unspeakable and gladness and even healing to people's hearts. Because, I mean, he had that power and that anointing to lift people from the valleys right on up into a glorious atmosphere.
Did you get to meet Elvis?
I did have a real revelation and a divine visitation from Elvis in the spirit that it's just undescribable to me, but it was real, is just like I'm sitting here seeing you right face to face. This happened to me. In my bedroom about 3 o'clock in the morning, the whole room just lit up just as bright as the noonday sun. And in this here beautiful light, there I beheld Elvis Presley in that beautiful white uniform. And it just lit up, and everything just began to sparkle like diamonds, you know. And then he came to me, and he put his arms around me, and he hugged me, and he kissed me, and he says, I want you to know I love you. I love you. And he took both of my hands like this, and he just squeezed them like that, and he looked down on me and gave me the most beautiful smile you ever seen. And he nodded his head, and he said, but I gotta go.
All right, now, where's your wife now, Elvis's mom?
After staying around me for 22 years, it kind of got to her. She couldn't take it anymore, so everybody must part their ways, and just like Elvis and Priscilla parted their ways.
So she said it's me or the Elvis stuff, and you said, bye-bye.
That's it. You got it.
He touched the whole world. You know what I mean? He was the greatest.
Helen, you know something? I think if Elvis had ever met you, he would have given you a Cadillac.
Wouldn't that have been wonderful? Oh, wouldn't that have been glorious? Oh, my God. I've been the happiest person in the world.
I had just spent the day with people who were basically counting backwards from infinity. Yet I couldn't help thinking that Elvis had really drawn those people together. I hadn't seen a family that close and that devoted since, all right, the Manson family. At first, I figured this Elvis obsession was just a Southern thing. Local boy makes good, you know. Well, I soon found out that it had spread wider than one of Elvis's collars.
Oh, Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made.
I see the stars and hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe.
cries shall come, the shouts of acclamation, and take me home, with joy shall fill my heart.
And I bow down in humble adoration,
And then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sends my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sends my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. My soul, my Savior God, to thee.
like Elvis has done to me.
How great thou art.
Great, terrific, and swell. Oh yeah, hallelujah. Shabbat shalom.
My soul,
That's my
my Savior God, to thee.
got the Elvis velvet.
How great thou art. How great thou art.
Well, I was fascinated by how a southern country boy like Elvis could cross cultural lines.
Well, I'm Southern too. It's only a different South, you know. It's like Elvis is for everyone. It's not just a job for a white man anymore. It's multicultural. You know, this is global world Elvis. There's Japanese Elvis, you know, Korean Elvis. Is everything. It's like everybody's opportunity to be king for the day.
Don't you think it's enough already with Elvis? I mean, sure, he was great. He was a great singer. He was a great entertainer. He was a great performer. But isn't this getting just a little carried away?
Are you crazy? Every year it's just gonna get bigger and better because the farther we get away from the real thing, we will build it up in our minds and it'll become bigger than life and bigger than a legend, and it's just something that's gonna last for eternity, so you better get used to it, bucko.
Well, what's your favorite Elvis memorabilia here in this
Well, my favorite,
room? I like the revolving Elvis showcase, too.
that's the
rather beautiful.
rotating carousel of Elvis. And I got many fine things in there, like Elvis buttons and Elvis, an actual roll of toilet paper stolen from Graceland, the roses from his grave, tester bottles.
Excuse me. Did you say toilet paper stolen from Graceland?
Yes, it's
Right,
actually
I was just checking.
toilet paper stolen from. Elvis fans always got to have some Elvis around them. And if you go to a good fan's house, they will always have bath towels or sheets or, you know, pillowcases that are Elvis-ness. And also, you know, just keeps your morale up to have so much Elvis around.
Why do you think this never happened for Robert Goulet?
This is a folk art masterpiece, a fine job of recycling. This is the Elvis throne. Now, this is an exact replica of the throne that Elvis sits on in rock and roll heaven. And it says EAP Elvis Presley. On the back, it says, returned to sender. American bottle caps, American tin, padlocks representing the lock that Elvis Presley has on our hearts. This is a chair truly fit for a king. Who will be the king?
Oh, jeez, my feet are killing me.
Man, this chair's taken for the real king.